Stacker on a journey to find silver. International Stacker.
What's up, guys? This is International Stacker, my partner in crime.
Stack Mac.
We're both here live in Saudi Arabia. He's a contractor too. He actually got me into stacking silver, and then I got into the community online. You guys helped me progress, but I'm the one who got him into mining Bitcoin. So we actually both went on this Bitcoin together. Now, usually you don't tell people you stack, you don't do Bitcoin mining together, but we're in a unique circumstance because we're both overseas together, keeping each other alive. So we got to stick together.
Got it.
All right, let's take him into the mine. Lead the way. Here we go. This is our Bitcoin mine. These are ASIC miners. These are Antminer S9s, Antminer S7. Got more cooling going on here. And this is what a Bitcoin mine looks like, folks. With these right here, we're mining probably a day. We're probably mining. What do you think?
Probably about 0.017.
With the S7, probably 0.02 at least.
Yeah, at least 0.0.
So we're probably mining right now about 0.02 of a Bitcoin, which doesn't sound like much, but Bitcoins right now are almost 1,200 bucks a coin right now. And we've been doing this for a minute. Back when I first got into Bitcoin, they were only $300 a coin. The StackMac got it, I think they were $600 a coin.
You know, I think they had just shot up to like, that night I was there, it was like 400, and then it shot to like $700, $800.
Yeah, so he almost got in at 400. But yeah. Here it is again. Walk out here. So, the thing about Bitcoins, guys, there's a few reasons I like them. One, it's the first cryptocurrency. Numero uno. It has the longest track record. Two, unlike most other cryptocurrencies or other what they call altcoins, is they're limited. Only 21 million can ever be produced. Okay, so if you go back, if you ever seen like Michael Maloney's video about money, there's different characteristics money needs, right? It needs to be divisible. Well, Bitcoins, you could break it down to like 8 decimal points. So let's say a Bitcoin is ever worth like $100,000, you can still buy a pack of gum with a fraction of a Bitcoin. So it's divisible. 2, it's worth the same around the world. It's fungible. 3, it's a limited resource, like gold and silver is limited, so is Bitcoin. What else? What are the other characteristics? Oh, it has to be a store of value, which Bitcoin is definitely shown that it's a store of value. The only thing people argue is that Bitcoin is not tangible, whereas gold and silver is. But technically, Bitcoin is somewhat tangible because you can actually take your digital codes, you can do what's called a cold storage, put them on paper, and you can put that paper in a safe, and then you have control of your Bitcoins. If you have those unique codes, you can put them in a safe, the whole internet could collapse and go away, and then 1,000 years later, if they rebuilt the internet, those Bitcoins would still be good. The only thing about Bitcoins, obviously, not like gold and silver, is if we did get EMP'd or something, and you didn't have cold storage, or if you didn't have it protected on this special wallet device, you could possibly lose your Bitcoins. And there's stories of people actually losing Bitcoins. This one guy lost 7,500 Bitcoins on a external hard drive he threw away by mistake. He went to the dump later and tried to find it, never found it. The first Bitcoin transaction was 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 large pizzas, which now would be worth millions of dollars. So it's a crazy history. But the key with us is we're not dumping a bunch of money into Bitcoin. We got our little miners. Those are mining us our Bitcoins. We're buying a little bit of here and there when we feel like it. But we're both putting most of our money into gold and silver. We're just letting these miners work for us. What's your opinion?
I think that by next year, the Bitcoin will go up substantially to where if you want to leverage the Bitcoin, you can go ahead and take the Bitcoin and leverage it into something that's more tangible, such as the silver. And then with the silver being suppressed, you're going to see it take off. And then with that, you're going to see huge gains for the inflation that silver's been repressed all these years because they've been dumping a lot of paper money on silver and gold. And then you're going to see where if your money is diversified, which that's what we're doing with the Bitcoin, because each transaction with that, if you want to move money, it's on a log record, but it's a 1% transaction. I can send it to anybody in the world. I don't have the banks all in my business.
And what he's saying there is it's 1%, guys. So like if you want to send $1 million to somebody, it's 1%. If you do it right now, traditional, I'm not saying we have $1 million. I'm just making it as an example. It's way higher cost to do that. And two, it's within 30 minutes to an hour usually is the transaction. Also, two, people say, well, what about when all the Bitcoins are mined? There won't be any miners anymore. Not true. Every Bitcoin transaction is 1% fee. That 1% fee goes back to all the miners. So even when all the Bitcoins are mined, whoever has these mining machines is going to be pulling those 1% on all these thousands of transactions. And the other thing, like StackMax said, is, you know, Bitcoin is a bit volatile. And if people think it's just like, oh, a temporary thing, well, maybe it is. But the key is to leverage it, turn it into fiat currency when it's good, and then you could turn that into gold or silver. Also, there's something called BitGold, where you can actually cash in your Bitcoins and they give you gold.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The one good thing about this, where people need to look at is, look at Greece.
Yep.
They
Greece.
bailed out on their debt. The banks collapsed in on them.
Look at Venezuela.
Venezuela's a crap show right now.
Look at Cyprus. The people couldn't even get their money out of the bank.
India's the main biggest one I want to point to. The president said, look, your bills are no good no more. You have to bring in all your money here or it's no longer good. America could do this anytime they go to collapse. Like, hey, bring in all your hundreds and fifties, get new ones. And then next thing you know, you got to keep your money in the bank. Everything's electronic. You can only hold so much. They can't do that with silver and gold.
Or Bitcoin.
Or Bitcoin.
Now, here's the key with Bitcoin, guys. You got to keep it controlled in a private wallet. If you put it on one of these exchanges and leave it there, technically, that company could get shut down by the IRS or some government agency or something, and then technically they could keep your Bitcoin. So that's why it's important to keep your Bitcoin like your gold and silver. You don't take gold and silver and leave it in some other vault for someone to store, because when you need it, you're not going to have access. Your Bitcoin, you keep in your own Bitcoin wallet, keep it protected, and then you can put it on the market when you need to. Also, too, there's different software and phones to where you can find people locally and trade Bitcoin with them without having a middleman. And then right now in the UAE and Dubai, which isn't far from here, they actually have Bitcoin ATMs now. So I'm not saying Bitcoin is the next big thing. I'm not saying it's gold, but some people call it digital gold, and I've had a great experience with it. Now the key here, just with everything, is you don't put all your eggs in one basket, okay? You don't put all your money into Bitcoin. You don't put all your money into one thing or another. You be smart about it. We made a little bit of investment up front. We've already made that money back, and now we're just letting these machines work for us and mine our Bitcoins. So let's see what happens, guys. But I think honestly the sky's the limit for Bitcoin, and I think it's kind of like the canary in the coal mine right now. It recently passed gold. It dropped down a little bit. It's headed back that way. And unlike gold and silver, with the paper and the ETFs, where thousands and thousands of tons are being moved that don't even exist, Bitcoin right now is somewhat you can't really manipulate it yet.
No.
They were trying to do an ETF for it, but it failed, thank God. But the only way you could probably manipulate Bitcoin right now is if you owned a ton of it and you dumped it all at once type thing, which is possible. But anyways, guys, let's see what happens. I wanted to show you all the Bitcoin mine. I know a lot of you have heard about it, but probably never seen one live, and that's it. And you know, that's a lot of hashing power in there. And yeah, that's the big thing to StackMax for coming along with me on this video.
It's a good investing, and you know, hope to see you guys next one. We'll talk about some things I want to say about silver, key commodities, what it's being used for, why it's going to become invaluable over the next couple of years, and why you should get into stacking.
And StackMax, you know what? Maybe we should take them on a trip into the Saudi gold market. Maybe we should go buy some crazy gold in the Saudi gold market and show them what's up. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, guys. So it looks like on the next video, me and StackMax are going to take you into the Saudi gold market. Hopefully we keep our heads. Catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.
Bye.